call your next delegate to the National Libertarian Party. Larry?
That was easy. Thank you. I have a quick question for you. It's going to seem kind of odd, but I'm wondering if you happen to know. Does anybody happen to know what the IA at the end of place names stands for? Like Georgia, Virginia, things like that. Anybody know what that means, what it stands for? The IA?
I'm never sure.
Astoria?
I'm going to guess it's like of or for from.
Almost. It means land of. Georgia, land of King George. Virginia, land of the Virgin Queen. Pennsylvania, land of the forest. Russia, land of the Rus, who came from the Nordic countries and came down into Russia. So if you see IA, you will now know it means land of. Isn't that awesome?
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
See that? Now you learned something. Aren't you happy you came today?
Yeah.
I love it. Outstanding. Good. Thank you very much. I'm not kidding. All right. So the reason why I came up here is really to think about our future. And I'm glad you started the conversation. It's the perfect conversation to have. Some of us may be thinking about this last year and be thinking, well, it could have been better. Well, I wish we had. If only, if only. Those are all good questions, but remember something. However you think of this year, this was a turning point for us on several points. The first point is, many of us got to understand that we could grow the party, and that was a positive thing. Many of us didn't believe that before, but we saw it happen. So that's one positive thing. The second positive thing is, people are really unhappy, which means we still have the opportunity to get more bodies into our party. One more, the new people who came in, some of them came in for the wrong reasons, some for the right reasons. It doesn't matter. They're now here, we can teach them, educate them, train them, and bring them closer to our way. Myself, 6 years ago, I would have thought libertarians crazy, right? Now I'm in front of you talking. But it took time for me to make that happen also, so we have to realize that too. I hope we learned something else though. This is my personal opinion here. No more outsiders to try to save us. No more saviors. No more, oh, if only we could get somebody from outside to come in and be our savior. This is a really bad idea. And I know some of you think I'm wrong here, and that's okay. I'm going to tell you my opinion, but you know where I stand. No more, if only I could find the perfect guy from the Democrat Republican Party to come in and save us. Those days should be over. I hope we've learned that over the past, how many elections? The right answer is the people in this room. The right answer is the people who are already here. Let's get us to be better communicators, better marketers, better campaigners. Let us be better at what we do. Let us take our own party and build it. Let's build a farm team. That's what I want us to do. Build a farm team. I think Mark's already got a plan for this already. He's already there. He's with me already. I'm following his rule, right? He's leading us, and I'm right there with him, behind him, making us do this. I want us to build. Now, I want us to win 2018. I do. I want us to win 2020. But it doesn't mean we can't start with 2017. We can't start with 2018 and 2019 and start getting our candidates to get out there and learn. Some of us can be candidates and some of us can't. And that, both are good. Some of us can be better operators. Some of us can be better helpers. It doesn't matter. But the more we do it, the better we'll get at it. So I want us all to commit to do something each year until 2018 and 2020. And that probably means doing things like building more chapters, running for local office. But if you can't, it probably means helping. It means helping in some way, shape, or form. Supporting in some way, shape, or form. Some of you saw my presentation at the Marriott for Gary Johnson about a month and a half ago. And in that presentation, I mentioned something. The idea I mentioned was the idea of moral courage. Moral courage is difficult. It's difficult to muster, particularly when people are saying, you've made a mistake, you guys can't win, this can't work. We have to have the moral courage to not just step up ourselves, but to get others to know that we are libertarians, that we're liberty-minded, and that they should be also. We have to be the ones to grow this party. We can't hope for someone else to do it. It's got to be us. Does that make sense, everybody? Am I making sense here?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, I'm not getting yeses. Am I making sense? All right, so I want to go one step further and jump right on the gym bandwagon here. That means that we have to find common goals. I was on the phone about a month ago with a guy from Alaska, maybe 2 months ago, a guy from Alaska, and he was concerned. in the party, he says, look, I'm worried. The guy who we're running, he's really religious. And I said, okay. He said, yeah, he's a pro-lifer, he's really religious. And I said, okay, I got it. What's the problem? He said, well, he's really religious. I said, great. Is he saying in any way, shape, or form that everyone else must be as religious as he is? He said, no. What's the problem? Why would I want to stifle who this person is? Why would I want to stop what makes him whoever he is? So he's religious. So what? This goes right to your point. Some of us are, some of us aren't. But if we believe in freedom, it's okay. We shouldn't think the person has to think the way I think. That's what makes our party broad. We can't judge them because they're pro-life, pro-choice, pro-this, pro-that. They're more religious, less religious, they're Christian, they're Jewish, they're Muslim, they're atheist. Who cares? The point is, do they want to push themselves on others? No? We're okay with that. Do they believe in liberty? We're okay with that. This goes to your next point. We have to have common goals. How we get there, not as important. Why do I say that? Because we're going to fail and fail often. We already have. But the only way to get to success is we're going to fail our way to success. And we will fail our way to success if we allow ourselves to try new things, to grow. And even though I may not agree with what Jim wants to do right now, but if our goal is the same, and we all agree, I should back it. And if it fails, I go, okay, it failed. What's next? What's next is the biggest thing for us. What's next? And what I think what's next is growing this party, running more candidates, us being better at communicating. Many of the errors that have been made in the past have been based upon our communication. As I've said before, if this was just about logic, and that's all that mattered, we would have already won the White House, we would have already won the Senate, we already would own everything already. In fact, the White House would now, say that again?
And abolish the
IRS would be gone already, and the White House would be a tourist attraction. Right? That would have already happened if it was about logic. But it's not only logic. It's also about emotion. It's about both. We also learned this time that running for office is not a job interview. It's a sales process. And we have to be better at our sales process. And we get better at that by having the right people and doing it again and again and again. Any questions about what he's talking about? Oh, wow, your hand up. Go ahead.
Yes. I guess you were alluding to something when you said that we have to do it from within. We have to get our
I was
resources.
alluding. That was pretty clear. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Get our resources from within our I guess here, the community, whatever, as opposed to from the outside.
Yeah.
So I think you were alluding to something you did not say. Who did we get from the outside that you didn't like, that you thought was not going the right direction?
I don't even have to say that. We're still thinking it already. I hear people still say things like, oh, I can't wait till we grab Rand Paul. Now, that may make some of you upset when I say that, but I'm going to tell you my opinion. Rand Paul's a Republican. If and when he becomes libertarian, I'm okay talking to him. But until that day, he's a Republican. And I don't want us thinking, let's just wait till Rand Paul comes around. That's the wrong way of thinking. We should be thinking, let's grow our own party. If he comes around, awesome. If he doesn't, I don't care. We have to grow our own party. If he comes, awesome. If he doesn't, I don't care. But we have too many people in our party thinking, we'll just wait until, Amash comes over, then we'll be fine. We'll wait until Ron Paul figures it out, then we'll be fine. No, if they do, awesome. But I'm not waiting on them anymore. That's what I'm saying. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you would say somebody like John Stossel would be fine.
John Stossel, libertarian, yes. If he wants to come forward, I'm fine with that. Yes, he always becomes a libertarian. Yes. I don't want to grab Mitt Romney. This is not the right answer for us. This is what's been killing us for years. We can grow the party, and if they come, awesome. If they don't, I don't care. We're going to win either way, with or without them. It doesn't matter to me.
I understand.
Does that answer your question?
It does.
Thank you. Go ahead.
First, let me say that I agree with you that this messianic waiting for an outsider
Yes.
to come in and save us has been a problem.
Absolutely.
It's been a problem probably for longer than you might realize. This started in 1976 with Roger McBride, who was a Republican. And I joined the party in 79, and what I saw in 79 and 80 was already we had this idea that our salvation is going to come from the outside. And at the time, I didn't realize that, that it was as much of a problem. I've never heard it explained as clearly as you just have this. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
It's a really deep problem that's been with us for almost...
And it's going to make a lot of people angry when I say it, I know. I see it online, I hear people talk, and they still believe it. And it's going to be a problem. But I'm going to spend the next several years traveling and going to all the different state conventions, preaching this same message. The time waiting for the Savior, those days are over. We need to become so powerful and so amazing that they want to come to us. We can't keep begging them to come to us. We didn't get the debates. We were never going to get the debates, and we're never going to get the debates, ever, until we become too powerful. Once they know we have eyeballs on us, then the powers that be, meaning the press, they care about money, then they will bring us to the debates. We can get 40%, 20%, 15%. All Donald Trump had to say was, I'm not showing up, which he did say, which means Gary Johnson was not going to be there, period. Because if Trump doesn't show up, no one watches, no advertising dollars, no debate. When we have enough power to where people want to see us, we have that same advertising power, they will bring us in. We have to grow from within. Let them beg us. We should stop begging them. Does it make sense? Thank you very much.